Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and are making some really good trades as per usual. Let's dive right into the analysis here. So, as you guys can probably tell, markets moved up just a little bit today, up 25 basis points. Again, not a huge day, kind of chopping sideways, forming these flat candles, really, like all these dojis. Market is kind of like indecisive, I would say, even after the Fed cut. Now, we did pump from the Fed cut, but I think it's market's indecisive. Like, it doesn't know what it wants to do. It doesn't know if it should start pumping super hard or dumping, right? And you see the small caps are kind of getting beat up a little bit. They did have a big day on Fed day, but lost all their gains and gapped up higher the next day. The Qs still have this gap fill up here. So let's take a look at some individual names, right? And we'll take a look at the yields and the TLT. Might not be a super big, update day today since nothing really happened. And the yields actually came down, broke actually the low from my level here. So if you're trying to dip buy the yields today, maybe you could have gotten stopped out here, but kind of reversed out of it. So for me, like, I don't really need to worry about this because I'm holding my trade from the lows and I'm still holding it. So I think you'll see more upside. Like, I think the yields will probably come down at one point and continue to make their way down. But as of right now, I don't think. Sorry, my dog is playing with the toy underneath me. But as for now, like, I'm not too worried. Just going with the flow. The trend is your friend. And then we'll take a look at oil. Oil actually got pretty close to my sell area today, right around $73.74, but got a sharp sell-off, right? I think it should still come higher and hit this level here, and then you should see some divergence from there. Some bearish divergence built from there, and then you have a good setup for a short on wave 4. And then we'll take a look here at a few other things. Let's take a look at the dollar. So the dollar kind of chopping about too, right? I think the dollar needs to make its way back up to 102. It could be playing out like a flat. At the same time, could also be melting down. So it's a kind of a no trade setup for me if you're trading the dollar. This would mean some short-term bearishness in the gold price. Maybe you get a dip down, right? Sharp dip down, but it gets bought back up, and you get another all-time high back to 2,700. Silver also pushing higher here, back up to $30.88. It's trying to make its way back up to the $35 level, but you got to be patient with it. It might not get there in a straight line, but it does have a nice 1-2-1-2 setup scenario going on. Let's take a look at some individual names. We'll take a look at NVIDIA. So again, NVIDIA kind of just chopping about here. I got this bearish count set up at the moment in a ABC correction, a 1-2 setup. If it does come down, this is your target area. Again, most people aren't patient. Most people aren't willing to wait. And then Tesla. Tesla actually came into my sell area today. Got a little bit of a rejection at the beginning, but ultimately it's making its way inside of the sell area. So again, you might go a little bit higher before you ultimately see a pullback. But as of for now, I'm not even in the short on Tesla yet. I'm not pulling the trigger on it. I'm just watching it. Maybe it might be a mistake. Maybe we gap down tomorrow, but it's okay. I'm not gonna, FOMO into a short. I never, usually do that. I did issue a new trade alert today. We entered a new trade on a stock, but I'm not gonna disclose it here. If you guys want to get access, you can join in the link in the description. And I'm gonna do a year-round recap on the profit loss history and stuff like that. But for now, let's just move on. We'll take a look at a few other things. I want to check the GDX. I haven't looked at the GDX in a while. GDX, yeah, continues to kind of push higher here, but this is not really the kind of pattern that I like to see. This is not really looking that impulsive. Looks more corrective than anything, unless it's a series of 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, which I really doubt. If anything, it's kind of looking like an extended fifth wave of maybe the wave 1, which could mean like maybe we're gonna get a pretty severe pullback in the gold price. And that would mean like upside in the dollar and upside in yields. So as just for now, I'm just gonna leave it like this. But I'm just watching it right now. I don't really have another trade set up for the GDX. We were in the GDXU before, but for now we're just kind of sidelines to not doing too much on it. All right, let's cover AMD. AMD also kind of not doing anything. Just chopping sideways here, waiting for a decision point in the markets. Are we going to start mooning? Are we going to start dumping? Right now, we're down in the after hours, but it doesn't have to stay like that. Markets can rebound pretty easily. And let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin was actually up on the weekend, down at the open. And let's take a look at Mara, right? Mara is kind of not doing anything either. So I would say, stay in cash and get ready for a big move to come, right? And most people don't have the patience to do that. They need to be in a trade at all times. That's why I saw some people in my Discord where you're getting itching, scratching themselves like, when are we gonna get back in the market? When are we gonna get back in? Like, sometimes the best thing to do is just sit on the sidelines. You don't have to be in all the time, and most people just can't not be in a trade. They need to be into something, even. And in hindsight, if the trade were to go the wrong way, they would always be like, I wish I was in cash and just watching this shit instead of participating in it, because it can go up, down, left, right. And today we took some profits on the Apple short. I just decided, I was like, yeah, you know what? It's not worth it. Like, you could be playing out in the B wave, but at this point, I'd just rather just bag a small win rather than just playing it on the risky side, because now it came back into the area. You broke the pivot. You went higher. It could easily start coming back down. So I'm just going to play it safe and just watch from the safety of the sidelines again. And let's take a look at the VIX really quickly. I don't think the VIX did too much today. It's back down to 15, still above this downsloping trend line. There's two of them that are really important. And really, if you start to break above them, then you're kind of in the danger area, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I think you could still have some more upside, although I think the SPY has completed the fifth wave up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you could be ready for a pullback. And if it gets too deep, then you know that maybe this is going to turn out to be a flat, and you'll go lower, and it's going to be a massive dip buy for more upside then. Or it just ended everything now, and it's going to start crashing, which I don't think that's the case. All right, have a good night, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.